Welcome back to the show, folks. This is the Wrap Up, your daily dose of pop culture and movie news, hosted by me, Mr. H Reviews. On today's show, crazy Star Trek news, massive Star Trek news, in fact. So we'll get to that. We also have the Witcher first look reveals, proper first look reveals this time. Very detailed images, so we'll touch on that, kind of critique some of it here and there. And then we'll close with some Gremlins animated TV series news, because yes, I bet you didn't think you'd be hearing that news today. If you want to skip right ahead to any of the topics I have just mentioned, there'll be timestamps down below in the description box. And of course, if you are new here, then please do hit subscribe. And guys, for returning subscribers, there will be other highlight videos during the day and special one-off news pieces not associated with this daily show as well. So please do stay tuned for that. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news here on my channel, along with movie reviews. My Spider-Man Far From Home review released early hours of this morning. You can check that out if you like. Spoiler alert, it was a pretty decent film, so there you go. Anyway, let's get into it. So, crazily, we have got, SDCC. Exclusive. You might want to set your Comic-Con phases to stunning for this one. Now, this is from Deadline. Pretty much, as far as I'm aware, marks CBS's first foray into Hall H. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain it is. CBS All Access is bringing its entire existing Star Trek fleet to the San Diego Comic-Con. So what they're bringing is Star Trek Discovery. We've got the animated series, the Lower Decks. And then we've got Star Trek Picard, the Jean-Luc Picard TV series. This is madness. Absolutely madness. Now it says in what's being described, or what's being called SDCC 50, the back-to-back panels from the series that really started it all will take over the sprawling convention center's largest room from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, July 20th. The Star Trek fleet, or the Starfleet Triple Threat, will launch with SDCC alum Discovery back in the house. Okay, so they have appeared before, with those expected on stage before. The thousands certain to pack Hall H are Comic-Con vet Sonequa, Martin Green, I've butchered that name, and Discovery executive producers Alex Kurtzman, Michelle Paradise, and Heather Cardin. Adding to the jambalaya, Discovery guest star Tig Notaro, who plays Chief Engineer Reno on the series, will also be moderating. So yeah, for STD fans, I feel so strange saying that. STD. Anyone realise that's, a sexually transmitted disease is what it used to be called in the UK, STDs. Anyway, feels super weird saying that. But anyway, so it says next up with the first look of the Lower Decks preview for the hardcore fans will be the forthcoming animated series episode EP Mike Mahan. One or two special guests are in store to join him, I hear. Now this is, like I said, is all exclusive to Deadline, so there's not really any kind of huge leaks with respect to this. They're keeping it quite close to their chest. Then it says, rather fittingly, after that, Star Trek Kingpin Alex Kurtzman will be back on stage with Knight of the Realm Patrick Stewart for the first SDCC Star Trek Picard panel. No word yet if there will be a preview of the 10-episode series set to launch on CBS All Access. Yeah, there will be. Of course there will. But you never know. What I do know is that Picard co-stars Alison Fill, Michelle Hurd, Evan Ivagora, Isa Branes, Santiago Cabrera, and Harry Treadaway, plus Michael Chabon and EP's executive producers Akiva Goldsmith and Cardin will be joining Sir Patrick and Kurtzman in Hall H for what now has to be one of the most anticipated panels of the whole fangirl and fanboy fest. God damn. So anyway, interesting. There is, look, for Star Trek fans, this is quite cool. So you can see here, there's also Picard coat of arms, so you can actually get some pretty cool Star Trek pins. If I was a Star Trek fan, I'd probably like that. I think that's kind of cool, kind of neat. But yeah, I mean, what do you think of this? I don't know whether this is good news or bad news, but it says, celebrating the long run of Stewart's Picard on Star Trek The Next Generation, a Jean-Luc Picard first duty exhibition will be open to fans, so that's pretty cool. These setup plans to display original props, costumes, and other artifacts like Picard's cherished Resican flute, the family album Starfleet uniforms, models of ships Picard captained, and the remnants of the Borg Queen. That's cool. Yeah, there's some cool stuff here. I don't know whether this is enough to get anyone really excited, but there's some cool stuff here. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comments. So let's shuffle on now. Okay, we've got The Witcher. Like I said, Witcher series, first look. Or second look now, I guess you could say. So here you go. The worst monsters are the ones we create. Which is... look, could be pertaining to a lot of stuff, but Geralt is a... mutated, augmented human character. I don't know my Witcher lore through and through. So it could be referencing to that. Obviously, people will be quick to point out he doesn't have two swords. Why doesn't he have two swords? Again, fans of the games will probably go, should have two swords. What's going on here? But he actually does look quite good. I think he looks the part. You know? Like, I don't think that's bad. He definitely looks the part. The costuming that they've done here is solid work. The sword is nicely put together. I think it looks damn good. And I think what the most part of here, which is kind of what I think they've succeeded in, is simplicity. You know, they're choosing something which doesn't have to be overly complex, but it looks great. And I think they've nailed that. So obviously we can see, he's got the eyes there. He's got the necklace. And then we've also got our... was it Yennefer? Is it Yennefer? Yeah, Yennefer. Sorry, I was trying to remember the names. Yeah, Yennefer. So, obviously this was a point of contention. A lot of people... Traditionally, she's white. So, well, in the game she's white. And a lot of people will go, oh yes, but the books. They're not making this because of the books. They're making this because of the games. So, a bit weird that they then slap in the face, the fans that like the game so much. But again, looks solid. I mean, great costuming. That's one of the things I like about this is the costuming is great. Funky eyes. It looks fine. It looks fine. I think, the most telling part of it all is just the... and again, like these arms are pretty good. I like these. Yeah, it looks good. I think Henry Cavill will do very, very well in this role. It'll be really interesting to see how this is received and whether this spawns a new era of video game adaptations, because that's one of the main things here. Will it do that or will it not? But I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comments. Now let's shuffle on to Gremlins. Okay, unfortunately this is over on Screen Rant because the original source is just Warner Media. But they've absolutely confirmed now Gremlins, Secrets of the Mogwai, is going to be appearing on their upcoming Warner streaming service, right? So it says, Gremlins, Secrets of the Mogwai will be written by Gotham and Once Upon a Time scribe Sue Chen, and executive produced by Daryl Frank and Justin Falvey, the duo behind The Americans, Animaniacs, and Amazing Stories. Sam Register, Chun Hei, and Brendan Hay will co-executive produce. The animated series development was first uncovered back in February. Yes, it was. I did a report on it back then. But at the time, both studios had declined the official comment. Now, Warner Media has said that they will launch their service with existing content catalogue from TBS, TNT, True TV, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and CNN. And would add original programming starting in 2020, while Warner Bros. And parent company AT&T consider what to do with superhero-focused streaming service, DC Universe. Which basically sounds like they're going to push it all into one. It's kind of why they're, dribbling back on stuff. So it says, so far only June, The Sisterhood, Tokyo Vice, and Love Life have also been officially announced as heading into production. In fairness, that's a lot to be producing for a streaming service which hasn't even started yet, so they're doing well, especially June. I mean, that's gonna be massive. So yeah, interesting, Very, very interesting. There's going to be a film which is happening as well. So they kind of go hand in hand with one another. Not overly sure what this is supposed to be about. It was originally going to be about... Oh, yeah, here you go. Set in 1920 Shanghai, the story of Gremlins Secrets of the Mogwai will focus on how a 10-year-old Sam Wing first met the young Mogwai named Gizmo. Yeah, so... Yeah, looks to be a very... Oh, I'd say buddy cop, but it's not. It's just like an Adventure Time sort of story. I think this could be quite good. Wholesome for kids, anyway, for sure. But that wraps up here for me on this news. There's nothing much else to really say or comment on about this Gremlin stuff. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now, what we're going to do here on this daily show is we cover some viewer questions. So if you want your viewer question answered, please do email them to me, mrhreviews@gmail.com, using the subject line, The Wrap Up. And hopefully at the time, you know, on this daily show, we can have some time for answering some viewer questions. So the first one today comes to us from Nate. He says, "Hey, Mr. H, I agree with your idea about making Hellraiser an anthology." Thanks. So he's referring to the Hellraiser TV series, which was announced. It could give off that American Horror Story type of vibe, where every season it was set at different times. Also, if this is done, it needs to be on Netflix or cable TV like Starz or Showtime, etc., akin to American Gods. If done episodic, I just hope it doesn't end up like Freddy's Nightmares, which was done ages ago. On a side note, if done in that style, can we get an episode where Ryan Johnson opens the Lament configuration? He needs to get the F out of here. Yeah, no, I agree. Interesting points that you've made there. I'd agree. And anthology, maybe American Horror Story type of vibe, definitely. Why not? And that's all very, very good. Now, we have an interesting comment from Steve. He emails in and says, "Hey, Mr. H, how are you, sir? I'm good, thanks so much. Hope you're well as well." He says, "Have you seen the new teaser for Batwoman?" No, I don't think I have. Says, "Come on now, it's getting worse. She's sitting on a motorcycle that she undoubtedly stole from Batman as well. Terrible. Also, I hear Blade is being talked about for a sequel with Snipes potentially coming back. Have you heard anything about this? Thank you." Right, let's answer a few questions. Batwoman, I've not seen the new teaser. I've seen a teaser, which she was sat on a motorcycle, gave some supermodel tramp homeless woman a watch and buggered off on a motorcycle, but I don't know about this one. Now, in terms of Blade being talked about for a sequel, I doubt that's ever going to happen. And I doubt Snipes would be able to come back. He was notoriously difficult to work with. Marvel probably don't want to work with him. He was reportedly just getting high in his trailer. He even reportedly refused to be on set with other actors. There's some scenes where they've just spliced in like stuntmen and stuff like that, which is insane. Marvel's not going to want to work with him. He's a melodramatic drama queen. So, you know, I don't think anyone's going to want to work with him, let alone Marvel, let alone Kevin Feige, unless they have him under a tight leash. But again, it's all rumour and conjecture, but reportedly he was just getting high in his trailer. But anyway, I'd love to hear all of your thoughts on these topics, so please do let me know down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, please do hit subscribe. But as always, I've been Mr. H. Thanks. Take care.